Well, hello there, everybody. It's Keith here, and I'm doing a quick live with the Eaglevp software, uh, and just to see what it's like. And I have got another guest in tonight, and it's welcome Tim. Hello,
Boom, I'm
Tim.
in. Boom, I'm in the
Yes,
room.
you're in the room, Tim. Yes,
Excellent.
you are.
Well,
So,
what can I
what have
say?
you been up to then, my friend?
Well, I had a little trip across the water. I got a ferry from Portsmouth to St Malo in in France, and I rode down through France and into Spain, and I was doing a little bit of like a battlefield study. So one of the things that I did, I went to a village called Oridor-Seglain,
Yeah.
and that village was attacked on the 10th of June 1944 by the SS Des Reich Panzer Battalion,
Oh,
and
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 can I just
they
interrupt
rounded
you there?
everybody up in the
Yeah,
village and then massacred them, and
yeah.
then
Can I?
razed the village to the ground. So this village, what I've done is I walked round, and then I've put it up as a video, but I put a sound bed on it and a a voiceover
Yeah,
explaining exactly what went on in the village, and
yeah,
that's part of my little series of videos.
yeah.
The
So
series is
can I
called
just say?
Riding Through History.
Yeah, can I just say hello to Cara, Richard, and Tony who have just come into the chat. Welcome.
Good evening,
As you can see,
everybody. Welcome, welcome.
I've got Tim in with me, and he's going to talk about his recent video he put up because as I interrupted him there. So we're going to show a bit of that now, are we, Tim? So
Yeah,
I'm going
you,
to
you
change scenes
can give a
and put that up,
yeah.
and we will eventually get it going. So,
Führer
so if you want to
Adolf
talk
Deichmann,
about it, Tim,
the
I'll
man
turn the
who
volume
headed the
down.
massacre and
Yeah,
had
so that's the voiceover that I put on, and I did quite a bit of research on this village. I had been there before,
Additionally, German authorities
so this trip
refused
I wanted to do this
extradite SS Obergrubenführer, the Major General
this
Lammerding, to France,
homage, if
though he
for
had
want of
been
another word,
sentenced to
and
death
to
by
release it
the Bordeaux
on
Court
Yeah,
in
Remembrance Day. So
1953.
it released yesterday on
Lammerding had been
Remembrance. It,
tried for
it
war
released
crimes
Saturday
in
actually,
Germany and had
to
already served a
coincide with
prison
Remembrance
sentence.
Weekend, to
Under the
remember the
Bonn Constitution,
642
he was
people
not subject
that
to
were
extradition.
massacred by
Lammerding died in West
the
Germany in
SS. It
1971.
was a
yeah,
horrendous story. This SS unit was
So unique in Europe,
they'd been fighting in
the
Russia,
ruins of the village that
and
stand
they
today,
were in the south of
just
France in
as
the
they
Vichy
were then in
region
1944,
when D-Day happened, and they got
Orador
orders
now
to go
serves
north
as a
to help
symbol
out
of national remembrance
with
to
the
the
invasion or
atrocities
repelling the
the French
invasion.
faced
But
under Nazi
what had
occupation.
happened was the resistance got mobilised
Dr.
on the
Perry
eve of D-Day
Wilfred,
to cause as much
president
trouble
of the
to the lines
Remembrance
of communications
Committee
and
of
that
Orador, and also
for the
the Mayor of
Germans.
Orador Seglen,
And as a
was
consequence of
followed.
that, the
He served
resistance
as the chief
captured
street building
one
tower
of
of Orador
the
nearby,
German officers
preserving the village
and
ruins
topped him.
as a monument.
Off the back of that,
Mansfred's
they went into
idea
this village,
was to
rounded everybody up,
recreate and
and
Where's
killed
publicise a
everybody in the
defining
village,
moment in
and
time
then razed it to the
by
ground.
using
They
the
set the whole
perished
place
remains of
alight.
the village as a permanent
As it turns out, this
for the
uh,
massacre.
Waffen SS Panzer Group didn't actually get
1946,
up
French
to
President Charles de
up to
Gaulle
Normandy in time to
announced
do
that the
anything
site
much.
would be preserved and the
So
ruins to
the
become a
resistance
national
did quite a good
monument.
job, but at a
A
very
small
high
remembrance
price.
centre
It
was
turns
yeah,
out that
established
nobody in the village was
where
anything
those
to do with the
display
resistance,
items left behind in the
but
ruins,
they were the
yeah,
ones that suffered for
most
it.
of which
Yeah, and so how many did you say died in this village?
Six
Uh,
hundred and
Daily
forty-two
doings
people,
are maintained.
yeah, and
and
was it the
seven
SS?
seven people actually survived.
They spanned
Yeah, seven
about 40
people
acres
survived to
and
tell
Yeah,
the
received around
story about
yeah,
it. Then, yeah, and
300,000
was it the
visitors
SS then that did
a year.
this?
yeah.
Yeah,
It was the
and
SS Descrite Panzer Group.
yeah, yeah, and Richard says looks a very historic place and good filming on this. So, what camera did you use?
I was using the Insta 360 X3
Yeah,
and the GoPro Hero 10 Black.
yeah,
I used two cameras while I went to the village.
yeah, and what software did you edit it in, if you don't mind me asking, Tim?
I use Adobe Premiere Pro to do the edit
Adobe.
and
Yeah, yeah,
Adobe Audition to do the voiceover recording and then put that onto it.
yeah. So, are you pleased that you went to this village then on
Yeah,
your
it's
travel?
something I visited that village back in 2019.
Yeah,
Myself and a mate, we did a similar sort of tour, but we went sort of south and then east across to Italy, and then came up into Germany, and we did Colditz and stopped a couple of nights in Colditz Castle. And I
yeah,
had an idea that I wanted to go back and do some more, or to do some videoing of these things. I hadn't got into videoing back then like I am now. So next year I'm doing another tour. There's a small group of us going off on motorbikes for about 3 weeks. And we're going to
yeah,
start off in the Normandy beaches in June, and then work our way across east, and then south, and then north, and then south, and then north again, and then back west.
yeah,
So it should give us a lot of footage
yeah,
to be able to do another series, and we're going to be visiting lots of different battlefield sites.
yeah.
Yeah,
So, Rich says we went back to Premiere Pro as well now, much better for videos.
yeah,
And Tony has put down video
video
logger
logger.
is very good. So we've got 4 watching now. We was 5, but don't mind that.
Yeah,
Who's this we've got in? Hello, Eagle. Nice to see you. Spirit in the sky blue. Welcome. And we're just showing Tim's latest video. Uh, his journey. What was it? To the battlefields in
yeah,
France and Spain, wasn't it?
yeah. I was a little bit disappointed when I got down into Spain.
Yeah,
I went from I got down to Pew in France and went across the mountains to Pamplona, and
yeah,
then the two battlefield sites that I wanted to go and visit was Talavera and Salamanca.
yeah,
But both of the actual battlefield sites themselves, this was from the Peninsular Wars, so it was
yeah,
just over 200 years ago. They've kind of been built over, so
yeah,
they couldn't actually see much of the battlefields themselves.
yeah,
But what I did do, I went into the town of Talavera and again in Salamanca and did some video in that. And those videos will be out in the next couple of weeks.
yeah. So Randolph said, "Good evening, hi," and Tony has put down, "Be good to get a drone above." Yeah, I. It's a shame that you hadn't got a drone. And
Yeah,
Spirit in the
I've
Sky,
got a little drone, but every
yeah,
time I try to use it uh,
yeah, and Spirit in the Sky
it does
saying
its
hello
own thing.
to Richard and Cara and Randolph as well. Dynamic duos just put in very good footage indeed. Keep up the good work, Tim. Thanks for sharing, Keith. Need to go as we're planning our 2025 adventures. Thanks a lot for coming in, Richard and Cara. Appreciate that.
Yeah. Take care.
And yeah, take care. So after this one, where else did you visit then, Tim? If you don't mind me asking.
Um, where did I visit? I went to another town called Tui, where there was about 100 and I think it was about 109 people, the same SS group,
Yeah,
massacred or murdered in that village. So the monument for it is only a little tiny one on the outskirts of the town. But I
yeah,
didn't get to do an awful lot with that one. Um, then I did because I was on a motorbike. I did some of the classic roads,
yeah,
which was great fun. I went over, say, from Pew to Pamplona, and that is a really good motorbiking road. There's another road that goes from Valladolid over to Talavera,
yeah,
the N502, and that's another great road to ride a motorbike on. So
yeah. So how many battlefields did you actually visit on this last trip then?
just the three,
Just the
actually,
three.
just the Oridor, Talavera, and Salamanca.
Okay.
I did find that there was the distances between everywhere and the time it took to get everywhere didn't give me enough time to do what I wanted to do. When I
Yeah,
planned it out, I planned it out and doing a lot more battlefield
yeah,
sites. But when it, in reality, the time to do just what I did
yeah,
took up the 8 days that I had. So, because I spent some time looking for somewhere to stay and all the rest of it.
yeah,
But now I've got a much better idea of how I'm going about doing the filming and stuff like that. Then, then I've got a better idea of how I'm going to do it next year, and particularly with working with some other guys. So should be fun.
yeah. So how many's going on your next trip next year then? Or are you, because this year you did it on your own, didn't you?
Yeah, I think
And
there's at least at the moment two of us. There's another two or three that have decided that or try to make their minds up where we're going to go.
yeah,
I've
we're
got to
live,
say,
Ro, by the way. We're
Pardon?
yeah,
live. We're
Oh,
we're,
live.
sorry.
we are live.
Oh,
We're going
sorry.
out.
Well, am I like
That's o-
interfering with your podcast? Sorry, I'll
that,
disappear.
that's all right. Don't worry about that. That was nice having a young lady in there
Yeah,
on the live stream. She doesn't usually show herself, does
You're
she, Tim?
messing up the show.
No, you're not messing it up.
yeah.
It's
We're just
nice of
talking
you to
about
come in.
my little trip
Oh, right,
Yeah,
okay.
and the trip next year.
Mm.
yeah, because I can show it. I can go back to that, and
Yeah,
that's the start. So let's play it again. Riding through history. It's gone. It's finished. So it's starting again,
yeah,
which is so. I've just got to click on that, and then I can draw it along, and then I can play it. Knock the sound off. So this is the start of the trip, isn't it, Tim?
yeah. This. In fact, the way it worked out is I stopped off there on the way down, but was unable to do videoing on it the first day, so I managed to do it on the way back. Is how I actually did it.
Oh, you did it on the way back then?
Yeah, so I caught it on the way back.
Yeah,
That's the reason why I ran out of time.
yeah.
So there you go.
Yeah, it is. Okay, then. So I don't know whether we've still got anybody in. So I think I will go back there.
Yeah,
So I think we will end that. We've been 15 minutes on, Tim, and then I will talk to you on Messenger. So appreciate you coming in. and
My pleasure.
I haven't done an end screen.
Oh
Cool.
no.
Because normally I do an end screen. So I'm just going to say good night to everybody. And I appreciate everybody coming in. And I do thank you for your comments. And I will see you on my next live stream. So goodbye, everybody. And thank you for staying with me.